From watching Game 1 of Mavs vs Clippers, I noticed some subtleties in the way Luka played, and in this video, I will be taking a look at plays of when Luka used his basketball IQ to control the Clippers' defense. I also felt like it was necessary for me to provide a summary of this breakdown at around the end of this video, just to help you all make sense of everything I covered. Without further ado, let's get into this. Looking at this first play here, Luka has Zubac one-on-one, and knowing that Zubac is slower than him, he takes him off the dribble. He stops in the paint and manages to freeze the two help defenders by pivoting to his right and taking a peek at the shooters, then making a short fadeaway on Zubac. Also, note that the fact that he is in the paint opens up options for him, as it makes him the center of attention for help defenders from each wing, which can potentially open up the corner shooters. However, if they do not choose to step up, Luka can still get a decent shot one-on-one. Alright, on to the next play. I'm sure everybody is aware that Pat Beverley is one of the top perimeter defenders in the league. So, instead of taking Beverley off the dribble at the 3-point line, Luka moves into the high post to receive a pass. In this position, he could use his strength more effectively to get to where he wants, and won't need as many dribbles/moves to get to the basket. Beverley also tried to go for a steal but ended up hitting Luka across the arm, and Luka gets an and one. Luka here comes off a screen and looks at the roll man first, which gets the attention of the left help defender. He sees the help defender step into the paint to try to cut off the roll, so he throws a corner pass. Here, Luka gets another isolation against Zubac and tries to drive left to try to draw in the help defender, just to get Tim Hardaway Jr. another shot. Zubac did a good job cutting Luka off here, but Luka just simply does a half spin left to make Zubac back up and makes a turnaround fadeaway. I love this play just because Luka fakes out two defenders. He first takes a ball screen from Cauley Stein, and on his way to the paint, he looks to the left corner at Tim Hardaway Jr., which causes a wing defender to stay. He bumps Paul George, misses, and rebounds his own shot. Fakes a pass, which Ibaka bites for, and then he finishes. In this play, Luka drives middle, looks at the rim, and gets the attention of four players, and then kicks out to the left corner for a 3-point shot. Here, Luka comes off the screen, slows down to look at the lane available for the screener. This makes Paul George commit to the screener, which creates a switch where Zubac is guarding Luka again. Luka scored on Zubac several possessions already by driving to the basket. Knowing that, he is aware that Zubac does not want to keep getting beat. So, he does a dribble jab which makes Zubac back up. He then steps back and makes a 3. Approaching the end of the second quarter, Luka gets into the paint once again. This time he recognizes a 2-on-1 situation at the weak side, and he looks at the shooter at the slot, which causes Beverley to bite hard and run towards that slot. And as soon as he sees Beverley run, he makes a pass to the open shooter in the corner. Here is a pick and roll action with Porzingis and Luka. Luka first fakes going left towards the middle. Porzingis then slips early, and Luka changes direction and takes a hard dribble towards the right, which draws Porzingis' defender for a split second. That split second leaves enough time for Porzingis to be open in the paint for a pass. Next play is a Spain pick and roll action, or in other words a double stagger screen. As Luka comes off both screens, the first screener, the big, rolls towards the basket, while the second screener pops out to the 3-point line. The opposing guard is stuck in no man's land since he is behind the big and unable to cover him, which helps that has to move to the paint to cover. Luka takes advantage of this confusion by throwing a pass to the opposite corner for a shot. I gotta say though, the guard actually made an amazing effort to contest, considering how far away he is from the corner. Alright, now the summary. There was really just one tendency Luka had throughout this game, and that was to attack the middle of the floor and get to the paint. Being around the middle of the paint opens up passing options from both corners and pressures the corner defenders to decide to either stay or help. Luka also takes advantage of his options by looking at either the roll man or screener during a pick and roll action, or the shooters in either corners with intentions of doing something else. This simply confuses defenders and forces them to have to decide and think down the stretch. That makes them no longer play with a natural instinct from their team's game plan, but instead stuck inside their own heads. This can lead to confusion and communication problems with their own teammates and coach. To put it in simple terms, team defenses can't function when there is disorganization and incohesiveness, which is exactly what Luka created and used to dissect the Clippers' defense. With that being said, I encourage you to try to keep this in mind and keep an eye out for Luka and how he plays in his coming games. I find it insane how a 22-year-old is able to do this to a team such as the Clippers. Anyways, that's it for this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. 2 videos will pop up on the screen, so feel free to click on whichever one you find interesting. This has been your boy DHZ, and I will see you in the next video.